kind of violent transformation is this? The two brothers bought a castle from 120 years ago for 100,000 yuan. Due to the convenient transportation and large influx of people here, the two of them plan to spend a little money to transform it into an internet celebrity resort hotel. After buying it, the two of them found that the castle couldn't be said to be a bit shabby. It can only be said to be a mess full of wounds and holes. After browsing 2 floors, I found that 800 square meters couldn't fit a complete floor. Only the exterior walls of the castle are slightly better preserved. Quickly, the two redesigned the internal layout, castle entrance, and large parking lot. So we started the dismantling process according to the plan. The two of them smashed the frame together, and the bricks fell to the ground with a loud sound. Even some walls had been neglected due to years of disrepair. You can break off the whole piece directly by hand. After several days of demolition, by the two of them, the entire castle is covered in bricks, layers of cotton, and fragments on the ground. In order to transport these large amounts of construction waste out of the castle, the surrounding weeds and shrubs must be cleared before flowing out of the channel. Franco shouted loudly and slid his small mailbox as he drove the bushes down. After 2 people took turns doing homework, finally, there is a way to enter the interior. You can drive the excavator directly into the castle, even directly using a large crane to prepare for the roof renovation. A large amount of garbage was quickly cleaned up. Only heavy walls and some frames remain. Next, call the big guy for an excavator. Start demolishing only half of the yard left. Accurately destroy the entire house structure. The 2-story cottage next to the entire tower collapsed directly. Over 100 years ago, the castle was a high school, but it was destroyed, damaged, and abandoned due to World War I. The demolished castle appears somewhat petite. Leave for grand entrance and parking lot. Using a previous large crane to directly reach the roof. Knock off all the aged tiles on the wooden roof. The quality that has lasted for hundreds of years is already fragile and unbearable. The entire roof was completely bare under the efforts of the two brothers. The sunlight can directly fill the entire room, and the new tiles are not decent, directly creating a century-old throne for tourists to check in. Franco happened to be resting at the window for a while. Go to the next tower and remove the cement wall. 2 electric drills started to fall apart intermittently, causing a scattered piece to fall off. The entire tower also exposes the texture of stone. Truly, a classical construction method full of sincerity. We still need to rebuild the frame with new wooden boards. Everyone is also looking forward to the appearance of the renovated castle. Started dismantling the steel frame and wall panels internally again. Prepare for the upcoming renovation. Franco directly excavated the floor with a drill and transport the soft sediment out. Instead, steel frame and cement pouring are used. However, lay sand and gravel before pouring the entire structure. Firstly, use thicker stones as support. Then lay and fill the gaps with fine and soft sand. This can ensure that the ground is level enough in both horizontal and vertical directions. Based on this, save steel frame and plastic paper. Next, we will use the superpowered cradle cement truck. While outputting, push the cement aside and smooth it out. This kind of ground is not only stable and reliable, but also flat and level. The transformation of the two has also progressed from summer to winter. The heavy snowfall throughout the city has put the renovation on hold and can only wait for the arrival of spring. With a slight improvement, the two of them couldn't contain their excitement and began to stir up. The external stone walls are already uneven and rough. The enlargement of some gaps leads to structural deformation. After scraping with a shovel and cleaning with a brush, continue filling the gaps with new mud. Immediately becoming neat and possessing a structuralist beauty, the workers inside the castle have already erected a 2-story platform. Build a cement floor on the 2nd floor using same method as on 1st floor. After waiting for the cement to dry, the 1st and 2nd floors can also be connected. Next, we can install glass throughout the entire house. High transparency maximizes the castle's natural lighting, and Franco also laid new black ceramic tiles on the roof. The entire castle with windows, paired with a brand new roof, exudes a sense of luxury. However, the tower on the other side is still under construction. After the completion, the two of them were very excited. The castle has transformed from its former dilapidated state to a brand new one. So Franco had a bold idea. He invited the surrounding residents and students to visit, still inviting them to watch the football game in the castle. But instead let them help build the castle together, mixing cement to fill gaps and weeding lawns. The students are very happy and have finally completed the summer social practice task of the school. But when the students left, only the two brothers were left on their own. They lifted the other spire of the tower directly. The two of them chose to directly lay new tiles on the ground, lift it high again and place it in its original position. This kind of one flower and one wood construction method is really like a small knife sliding my butt, which opened my eyes. At this point, the doors and windows on the first floor have also been installed in the same way as on the second floor. From a distance, this castle appears to be full of modernity. The workers inside have already started cutting wooden boards to prepare for the installation of the room wall panels. At the same time, a large number of wall panels need to be painted. The load-bearing walls and beams that were previously smashed need to be refrigerated. The most important thing is that there is still a small garden of over 1,000 square meters in front of our house that needs to be renovated. The two of them decided to repair the road first and then continue the renovation. The two brothers found that the 1,000 square meters of empty space at the entrance was somewhat wasteful. Simply stack some crushed stones on site according to the same height and width. Cement shall be poured and fixed within the horizontal line specifications. At the end, it perfectly blends with the previous slate gate. Franco excitedly marked the car in the garden. Hang a hammock between an ancient tree and a wooden stick. Listen to music to relax in your spare time from work. The two of them plan to connect the room to the tower inside the castle. Connect it according to the connection positions of the two places. Drill it directly through with an electric drill, and the other side plans to open a small door later. Once both sides are connected, it will be convenient to walk. Make the available space of the entire home larger. In order to make the door more retro and authentic, directly splice the original stone bricks onto the door frame. Then fix it with cement and stone bricks. Let the passage connecting the castle and the tower be solemn and ceremonial. And the good brothers of Daiwan working hard in the garden, panting and flatting. After an afternoon of hard work, the entire garden was finally surrounded. Franco also used the frog machine to level the surrounding roads several times. At this point, the painting process had already begun inside the house. Brush white paint on the dried cement wall panel. Enhance the overall appearance of the interior once again. The two brothers even laid a mattress on the ground directly. You can rest anytime and anywhere with a small blanket. Fully increase work efficiency directly. The workers outside the resting room of the two were desperately building walls and piling stones. In order to speed up the progress, Franco asked the students to come. A living room that allows for summer social practice without classes, clean and full. Even girls playing with electric drills are quite slippery. During the lunch break, everyone expressed great anticipation for the completion of the castle, and Franco, who succeeded, laughed heartily. A group photo has also been taken, and the students have given instructions. The small courtyard wall at home has been raised by another 50 centimeters. At this point, the interior has also entered the final stage. Start laying the ceiling below the second floor. The setup of some small rooms is also quite fast and convenient. Simply enclose it with a simple board and add a small door. And in the outer walls of the castle have also been completed. The entire castle has both retro charm and modern beauty. The huge space is just right for the parking lot. Franco was also very satisfied with the castle in front of him.